About 3.5 years ago, an idea came into our innovation program which said we ought to adopt XBRL. Interestingly enough, because we run an open innovation program, it came from somebody in marketing in our risk group who was qualified as a marketer but for some unknown reason wanted to do an accounting qualification. We had a look at it at the Innovation Council and said, we've been hearing about this thing for 8 or 9 years and you sort of keep hearing about it but nobody does anything. So we went along to a discussion group and organised by XBRL Australia, and halfway through the 2-hour discussion I asked the stupid question, which was, does anybody actually use this? And the horror around the table that somebody might actually use it was palpable, and they said, of course not, because software systems don't produce XBRL data, and even if they did, there's no taxonomy, and if there was a taxonomy, you can't make it readable anyway. So I looked at it as, wow, 3 simple problems to solve, and we're home. So my friend just there in the white shirt, Jamie Hutchins, who worked at Deloitte Online in the online group that we ran, who's now a quite senior guy at Microsoft, got together with a couple of our other sort of elite software developers, and we dragged Bevan in and said, let's just hack together a taxonomy. We're web guys, we don't understand how to convert data from one format to XML or XBRL, it's all the same to us. And we got 2 elite software developers, surely they can work out how to make it readable. 2 weeks later, we had the elite software developers doing tax returns and financial statements in 30% of the time that our accountants could do it. And they'd never done any accounting other than having a little bit of Bevan on the side. And at that point we said, wow, this is game changing, it's potentially disruptive. We've got to go and start doing some stuff. Around the same time, SBR started to emerge and we started to hear about what the federal government were doing. And it's interesting working in the field of innovation where the sort of standard tagline is governments can't innovate. Well, we've been amazed at, one, the slowness of business to take this up because we know the massive benefits it can do, but where we see governments do effectively a platform model to create and spawn innovation, which Paul's numbers say will save 895 million to small business. I think that's massively underestimated the impact that this project will have on the business environment in Australia. And I also think that as some of the smart things that the Australian government did was jump on with the Netherlands and Singapore around a standard way of doing this sort of stuff. So we've got IFRS that's standardised the accounting definitions, now we've got XBRL, which is a standard language to move data around. So after many years with the prototypes, we got together with BDS and we were trying to work out how the hell can you get data out of MyOb and convert it to XBRL, and somehow we met BDS, and to them it was like, how do you open a fridge? Pretty simple, guys. So we've been collaborating with BDS for a number of years, and we've even done industry-based benchmarking and stuff, but to both of us we saw this was the big thing. And what we've done, the other thing that we looked at and said, look, there's 249 software companies that will be impacted by SBR. And as we went around talking to them and going to SBR conferences, we found that they were all sort of like, or when somebody asked us to do what we might think about it, we thought that was one of the greatest opportunities we ever saw. And what we've done with SBR by enabling seamless use of GovDirect with MyOb, Quicken, Cybiz and a number of others on the thing, probably got about 1 million Australian small businesses that could start using SBR in about 10 minutes. So that's been something we've done. We're excited about it because we see that perhaps GovDirect may commoditise the whole SBR thing. I think there's only 2 people that have been SBR certified so far. One just does tax file directs, but we are rapidly getting towards all those 86 forms. The other great news about this stuff is that more and more government agencies will be putting more and more forms on this stuff, and we see this as a great opportunity for Australian business, Australia as a tier 1 economy, and we're really excited. We've collaborated, we did research with RMIT and University of Queensland through a group called ACID, Australian Centre for Interactive Design, and they actually came in and have done the interaction design based upon that research and the work we've done together. So there's been a lot of collaboration, a lot of people in this room made a big difference to it, but really excited, and now to market and just let's create a storm. Thanks.